Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection is Lara Sutherland. Welcome back to the show. How you doing?
I'm good, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Glad to have you back on here. And today we're going to be talking about student loan debt repayment scams and tools. And while it may sound a little dry, I would say that this is very important stuff because unfortunately, we're still reporting scams. We're still seeing things happen here to folks. And we want to make sure that you understand everything. And the rules have changed so much in the last couple of years with repayments. I think it's so important to talk about it. So set us up here. What are we talking about as far as the current status for loan repayment when it comes to student debt?
So yeah, I hear you. It sounds dry, but it's actually a really big deal. There's $1.7 trillion of student loan debt out there now. There's over 800,000 borrowers here in Wisconsin with $2.4 billion worth of student debt. So it's a real issue. And one of the things that we know about money, and when there's a lot of it and debt involved, and there are government programs that are going to come in and try to help us with it, there are scammers galore also trying to take advantage of those two things, particularly in a situation like this where there's extensions and dates moving when you have to pay, and how the programs are changing. So all of that kind of volatile information really allows scammers to come in and tell you misinformation, disinformation, and try to separate you from your money and steal your identity. So super important that you know how to identify those debts. The first thing, or those scams rather, but the first thing I want to say is student loans are going to be needed to be repaid come August 31st, 2022. So there's a student loan forbearance program that the feds put in place during COVID, and they have extended it. They've extended it 6 times now. They may extend it again, you never know, but for now, loans are due on September 1. And what that means is a lot of folks who have never paid their loans are going to have to start repaying their loans because some of their loans may have come due in those last 2 years. Or there are folks that were paying their loans and haven't been paying their federal loans because of the forbearance, and they've gotten used to that, couple $100, $1,000 a month that they aren't paying to the federal government for their loan repayment. So it's a big deal that you understand that you need to start paying and how to repay and how to avoid those scams. So let's start with the scams. The scams tend to overpromise. There's those basic scams that overpromise. We can take what's really, really complicated and make it really simple for a very small fee. You pay us and don't worry your pretty little head about it. And what ultimately happens is you're paying a third party for information that's out there for free that you don't need to pay for. And they could take your money, steal it, and not be paying down your loans. In some of these scams, they actually ask you for your student loan ID, your FSA account ID. And what they do is they go into that account with your ID, they change your address, they change your contact information, and all of the information from your student loan account goes to the scammer. You're paying the scammer and you're thinking you're paying down your loans, but in fact, you're paying the scammer and you're none the wiser because they've changed your account information and you're not getting your daily updates from your loan servicer. So there are 2 things that you should know about those 2 scams that I talked about. One is you never pay an upfront fee to get somebody to help you with your loans. That's illegal. They cannot take money from you before they help you. And all of that information is out there for free. And I'll tell you how to get it. The second thing is you never, ever, ever should share your ID. Your FSA ID is like your social security number. It's yours. It's only yours. It's affiliated with you, and it has a lot of really important information that's attached to it. So absolutely don't share it. So the other kind of scams that you often see is these government partner scams, that we have an inroad with the government and we can get you really good information that nobody else can get. Call us. Not true. Anytime you see these government seals or that they're affiliated with your loan servicer somehow and they're going to get you this, too good to be true repayment plan, red flag. And what I want to say is you just need to go to information that you trust, right? You need to go to places that these folks know what they're talking about. They're going to give me solid information. And I'm going to tell you what those places are. First of all, you can go to look forward wisconsin.gov. That's DFI's website. They have a lot of information on there, solid information about when you need to pay back your loans and how to pay back your loans. The other great thing we have here in Wisconsin is the Wisconsin Student Loan Help Hotline. And this is a hotline that is staffed by Ascendium, and it's in collaboration with the Wisconsin Coalition on Student Debt. And this is a hotline that you can call and get a student loan expert on the other end of the phone that will talk to you for free about the repayment plans, about how to pay back your loan, and you can get solid information that you can trust. And that number is 833-589-0750. So the Wisconsin Student Loan Help Hotline. Whew, too many words. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I encourage you to call that. The other thing that's really important and exciting for folks in Wisconsin is that the Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions has partnered up with a company called Savvy. And Savvy is a company that provides a student loan repayment tool. It is not a debt settlement company that you pay and they pay down your loans. It's not a loan servicer, but it's a company that created a student loan repayment tool that allows you to navigate these really complex federal student loan repayment plans, the forgiveness plans, and helps you figure out how to lower your debt. And what's great about this is it's a for-profit company, but they have partnered with Department of Financial Institutions. So Wisconsin consumers, Wisconsin borrowers can sign up for free for a year. And that's really great because that will help you figure out which program you're supposed to be in and how to start paying back your loans safely and securely. Folks that are signing up for this have saved $156 a month on average with a lifetime savings of over $28,000. So real relief that has been an outgrowth of this partnership with DFI and Savvy. So we really encourage you to look at that, and you can go to, like I said, DFI's website for sign up information about the Savvy tool. So that's what you need to know. And if you unfortunately think you've already fallen victim of a scam or a student loan scam, give us a call at our hotline at 1-800-422-7128. You can file a complaint at our website. You can send a complaint to our email at datcaphotline@wisconsin.gov. Or if you've seen one of these scams and you want to alert us to it, let us know. We are looking into these debt settlement companies. We're very aware of their presence and how they're ripping off Wisconsin consumers. And so information that we get from the public is really important in our investigations and our outreach efforts to prevent more fraud.
Wow. And here I said it could be dry, and you just said, nope, I am going to give you everything you ever needed to know, and I'm done. That is amazing. Great information. And I'm not going to ask you one follow-up question. I'm going to say thank you so much for the information. And for people who may have not heard the website to find more information out, where might they look?
They can go to our website at datcp.wi.gov, and all of this information will be there for them.
I'm a little upset because I had student loan and I paid it all back, and I'd have loved to save $28,000. But hey, the next person, if you could save some money, I think that's super important. Lara, thank you so very much for your help. Great information as usual, and we'll check in with you real soon.
Great, thanks for having me.
You bet. Again, check out Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection's website for more information. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.